Dr. Mary Tilak is in the house. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Did you just work out or are you going to work
No,
out?
going to work hard.
Really? You got your personal trainer?
Yes.
And you're going to lift weights? You're going to do cardio or both?
Both. We combine.
You combine? What do you prefer?
I would prefer to combine because I don't get much time to do cardio otherwise. So I like to use this time and maximize.
Why do you lift weights?
It tones you, gives you more endurance. Muscle, that's a good question, actually. The weight training has been endorsed by the American College of Cardiology because more muscle means more insulin sensitive. So you're able to, it's, let me put it this way, it's a V8 engine instead of a V2 engine, which is body fat. So it metabolizes much more efficiently than fat. And, weight training builds muscle and turns out.
Plus you like the way it looks.
Well, absolutely. Who doesn't?
Do you ever stand there and go, like, hold your arms up and listen?
I don't have testosterone, by the way.
Really? I'm not sure what that means, but do women have any testosterone?
Yeah, they do. A very, very small fraction of what a man would have, hopefully, unless we have some kind of hormonal imbalance that makes more testosterone.
I know this is going to sound a little bit off, but like when women get older and they get a mustache, is that because they're getting more testosterone?
No.
It's just because they get a mustache, right?
Yeah, it is just the way it is.
I don't have an explanation for that one.
When you guys lose the mustache out there.
You practice what kind of medicine?
I'm an internist, which is primary care. So we do all the preventive care, urgent care. But at the same time, we specialize in the treatment of obesity-associated conditions such as diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, blood pressure, cholesterol, sleep disorders, and also mental disorders like depression that can go along with weight.
How's the MBA going?
It's very exciting, but I did not realize that it is such time commitment.
So it's cutting into your social life, is what you're saying?
I will never cut into my social life. So I got to become more efficient in the things that I have to do day to day.
I will never cut into my social life.
Because I need to keep my sanity. And I would recommend that to everybody.
We have Lisa Wine, that is the executive director of the Haven House, comes on here. She was actually here last Friday at this time. And she said something once that I thought was really a penetrating idea, and that she said, people call me all hours of the night, and I have to come in, and a woman has been beaten up, and I have to take her and her children in these horrific situations all the time. And she's the leader of that home. And she says, I've learned over the years one thing out of this, that I have to take time for myself, because if I don't take time for myself, I'm no good for anybody else.
Yes, absolutely. Self-esteem, how do you develop self-esteem? Women, if I can talk for other women, we need to be independent. Financially, emotionally, I think that's the most important, the emotional component of this independence that gives so much of self-esteem and confidence. And women can then direct anybody else around them. And I totally believe in it. I was trained by my mother, who is such a hardworking woman, and I'm talking about in the 1940s, 1950s, in a country such as India, a developing nation, where my mother started from very, very humble beginnings and became a physician and entrepreneur, had her own hospital, and all that was through hard work, and she built so much of confidence and self-esteem.
You've never told that story before.
Oh, really? I thought you knew about it.
I did. So your mother was in India, and obviously, which it's a very male-dominated society, she was able to start her own hospital? What do you mean by that?
Well, in other countries, you have hospitals which are boutique hospitals or smaller hospitals that are owned by a physician. So they will have 40, 50 beds, not 500 beds. Community hospital is 500 beds. St. Cath, just as a comparison, St. Catherine's is 120 beds. So these little hospitals, they're not little. They have 50 beds. They have their own ORs, labor and delivery, pharmacy, lab, everything is there. So a physician gets both the technical component as well as the professional component.